Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, and today we're going to be doing the introduction for my project Pan That Palette. Yes, you've seen this outfit before. I did film 2 other videos before this one, and I am filming this one, and I will make this one the last one. The next video after this, I will be wearing a different outfit. Or at least different makeup. I'll probably be wearing the same clothes. I'm on Christmas break. I don't want to change out of my PJs. So, anyways, today, yes, we're doing an introduction to my Pan That palette. I am doing this in collaboration with the PANtastic ladies, which is a Facebook group, and this project's theme, or this year's Pan That palette theme, is by Jessica Lee and Dana, and it is your oldest palette. I should mention that Pan That palette was originally started by Amber F. I think those are all the people I need to mention. So, oldest palettes. Right now, so I looked through all of my purchase history through Sephora and Colourpop and wherever else, and I made a list of my oldest palettes, month and year that I bought them, and I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Everything more recently I know I'm accurate, but stuff pre-2019 is a little iffy. One, because I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but if you look at your purchase history on Sephora, they only have purchase history for online orders, not for in-person orders with your account, which is weird. So some of these palettes, I don't know if it's correct, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. Anyways, I have 4 palettes that are from 2017 or earlier, so those would be my oldest palettes, and I was thinking I would do a 3-month cycle for all 4 palettes, but I also might not. So I think what I ended up landing on was I'm gonna try and use 4 grams of product from each palette, which would equate to a couple of eyeshadows, at least 4 eyeshadows per palette. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, maybe it'll make more sense if I say it this way. These are the 4 palettes that are oldest in my collection. For what I think is the absolute oldest, the KVD Shade and Light eye palette, this is what mine currently looks like. As you can see, that does not look like the original palette literally at all. Only like 5 or 6 of these shadows were from the original palette. All the other, like all these colorful shadows that are pressed in here, those are actually from an even older palette. What is it called? No, not Carrie Beauty. Something Beauty. It's basically like a Coastal Scents, but not Coastal Scents. It was one of those 88 palettes with all shimmers, so yeah. That's what all those are from, and I'm pretty sure those are from like 2013 or 2014. So she old, so some of these things are real old, okay? So this is the first of the 4 palettes. The second oldest palette, I believe, is my Urban Decay Naked Honey. This is something I've never used before. It looks pretty much identical with the exception of this one shade, because I did repress this shadow with something else, and then I don't think I've ever used that repressed shadow, but I repress, again, another shadow from that Coastal Scents-esque brand into here. Nothing else has been touched, except for maybe like once, but I'm pretty sure like never. So this is the second oldest palette in my collection. Third and fourth are from Too Faced. Third is the Colourpop Sweet Peach palette. Excuse me, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I just said that. This is what mine is currently looking like. I do have a couple of pans in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pans in there, and 1 actual pan in the shadow. These were either decluttered or repressed into something else, and maybe used, maybe not. I don't remember. Sometimes I franken a lot of things. I've definitely mentioned that on my channel before. I love frankening. So this is another one of my oldest palettes. And then the last one, also I think 2017 or earlier, is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice, and mine looks like this right now. Again, 2 empty shadows. This one has 3 pans in it. Yee, I don't know why my hands can't hold things, but 1, 2, and 3 are the pans in this palette. So, like I said, originally I wanted to use all of these for about 3 months, but because I have other eyeshadow projects going on as well, I feel like I'll just neglect these and be like, oh, 3 months is off, I'll move on. And seeing as I've had this for 5 years and never used it, but I refuse to get rid of it and donate it to somebody else or my friends or family or anything like that, I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to use 4 grams of product and then I can switch palettes. So hopefully that would equate. That might mean I only go through 2 palettes. I maybe only go through 1. And maybe after starting to use a palette for a couple months, I'll realize that I just want to keep using it. And yeah, that's how we're going to do it. However, the order that I've just spoken to these palettes in is not the order that I've chosen to use them. The palette I want to start 2023 with is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I'm currently using it today for the second time using the actual palette, and it's gorgeous. I really like these pinks. January, February are times of the year that I tend to wear the most pinks, so I thought this is the best palette to roll in for right now. And there are a couple of neutrals, so if I'm feeling neutrally, I can use the neutrals. And then this brown up here, the color Charmed, I'm sure, is what I use in my brows. So I figured this would be a great palette to start the year with. So some information about this palette. Each pan of eyeshadow is 0.95 grams. I have 13 shades left, which means in theory, assuming they're all completely full and that number is accurate, I have 12.35 grams of shadow in this palette. So using 4 grams would mean I'd finish about a third of this palette, which I'm okay with. I have the space to have these in my collection. It's not that I'm running out of space and I need to make space. But they are older and I don't want to neglect them forever. So I want to get use out of these. Yeah, so about a third of this product will be used, assuming I stick with the 4 grams of usage before switching palettes. I'm really struggling with my words, but I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. The last thing I need to tell you about this project or about this palette is that the starting weight as it is 206.0 grams. So I need to use it until I get to 202.0 grams and then it'll roll out. Now, like I said, I currently have 1 pan in this palette, Charmed, I'm sure. You can kind of see it in the bottom down there. I'm hoping to at least hit a few more pans, most likely in the pinks. I will keep track of everything that I'm using. I'm hoping to use everything at least once in this first month, but we'll see. I'm trying to make a new schedule because if you've noticed, I don't post as consistently as I would like. So I'm trying to fix that. So hopefully, in theory, having more projects to update on will keep me on track. This is how my logic's going and this is how my day's going. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If you are interested in seeing how I get along with this palette or any other project that I'm doing this year being 2023, yeah, those are the words I'm trying to say. If you're interested in keeping up with any other projects that I'm doing, please consider subscribing. I believe that's all the information I need to tell you. So with that, have a great day, night, or whatever time of day it is for you, and take care of yourselves. Bye.